What? 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 Here's the thing. I want to introduce you to an old dog who's learning some new tricks. And I'm so proud of him. And Dave here, can I show you some things real quick? You guys are going to want to tune into this. From 32 years in the business, 32 years, check this out, 32 years in, for the last 31 years, he's never crossed the $100,000 mark. This year on pace to do 180. I want to introduce you. So hold on. First of all, you start seeing this? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Salesman of the month, trophies, top sales performer. So you were a top sales performer, but your game has changed dramatically in the last year.
Yeah, because, you know, I've took the things that you taught me and learned and put them all into a little mind too. So I put them both together and it works great.
So you've incorporated Sellchology with your personality.
Right.
Because you're no spring chicken.
Right.
You're set in your ways a little bit.
I've been in it a long time, so I mean, I don't take everything, but I take 99% of it and put my little twang in with it, so I'm gonna cut you, boy. But he's taught me a lot of stuff, and I appreciate it. I'm up to 30 cars a month now. My income has went over the hill. Family life loves it. I bought a Harley. I bought toys. I'm having fun.
Oh, that's
and
so
I'm selling
cool.
cars. And it's all thanks to him, and I appreciate it.
Man, that's so cool to hear that.
Yep.
What Harley did you get?
I got a Wagland.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
It's a Harley Wagland. It's stepped down from the Dyno Lowrider. It's my dream bike.
Is that your dream bike?
That's what I set my things to.
Yeah.
And you know, I set goals every month. I write on the mirror how many cars I want to sell, and I mark it down.
Beautiful. All right, listen to this real quick, guys. Here's a guy, 32 years in the car business. 32 years in, started taking Sellchology classes a little over a year ago, and on pace this year, 180. I can't. There's customers. $180,000 is his pace for this year. Right? How cool is that? Bought himself a Harley. How cool is that? So listen real quick while you're watching the live stream. I want to talk to him a little bit some of the changes, some of the things he's working on, because I want to pass this on. Listen, if you're an old dog, can you learn a new trick? Yes, you can. If you're a manager or a dealer and you got some guys who are veterans, right? Yep. Veterans. Can you get a veteran to want to learn, to want to change? That's the thing. That's the real magic. So listen in as we're going to talk a little bit about that. So Dave, first of all, I got to go back to your goals that you set. So tell me a little bit more about that. You mentioned the bike. What else?
Well, the main thing is I hear you see, and I've watched a lot of your videos, seeing people that's going to the second level, as I call it. I've got 7 or 8 years left in the business. I want to retire. I want to live good. So, I mean, I set a goal for myself, and he's taught me how to manage it, watch it. I hired a part-time secretary. It helps. So, I mean, the difference is what I used to do don't work anymore. It's the new millennium. It's time to change. I had to change with the time. Yeah. And without him, I couldn't have did it because I didn't know how. He led me to the path. It's like an old horse. They say you can lead him to water, but you can't make him drink. He made me drink. And guess what? It's paid off.
You know what? I like to say it this way. You know, you can lead a horse to water, but it doesn't make it a duck.
That's right. That's right.
It doesn't make it a duck.
That's right.
I can't change who you are fundamentally.
Right.
Because you're still Dave.
Yeah.
I haven't made you somebody else.
Nope.
I didn't make you try to act like me.
Nope.
Try to talk like me and
Nope.
memorize my word tracks and become a different person. You're still Dave Evans.
Yes.
So to all your customers, you're still Dave.
Yes.
But you're just a smarter Dave. A more efficient
That's
Dave.
right. Sharpen my tools.
Sharpened your tools a little bit, right? And added a few more tools. A lot. Right?
But the difference is just getting out there and streaming, doing what he says. You know, if you don't believe in it, I'm an old dog. I didn't believe in it. They had to beat my head against the wall like 10 times to get on Facebook. Man, I don't do Facebook. I do Facebook now. Folks, it's worth it. Please give it a try.
Oh, man, right?
That's all you got to do, folks. If it don't pay for it, it don't work. But I promise you, if you put 40% in, you'll get 40% back. If you put 0 in, you get 0.
A dealer or GSM is watching this, and they've got some guys on their floor that are, you know, seasoned guys, maybe 10 years in, 20 years in, and they're like, guys like that don't want training. And you're right. In the beginning, they don't. But what they want is a better life.
That's right.
They want to take care of their kids.
That's right.
They want to take care of their grandkids.
That's right.
They want to have that Harley. They want to have that vacation.
That's right.
They want to retire.
That's right.
So in their deep heart, they want improvement. They want to succeed. They just don't want to feel like they have to give up on everything they've invested 10 years or 20 years in.
Right. Most of the problem with the older vet people, I mean, they're stuck in their ways. Folks, come out of that sale. That old shell that we was in, it's over. Try something new, and it'll work. I'm one to prove to see it. And I'm 100% proving it.
Yeah.
I'm living a better life, and it's been a miracle.
You'd have 12 hard months. 18 was your
tops.
most you ever did.
And I thought I was doing something.
And you thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And now, even at 30, you still think there's another
want
level.
more.
You want another level,
That's
don't you?
why I hired a secretary.
Right?
I want more.
You want even more.
I want more.
You want to taste 40 or 50.
I'd like to.
Right?
I'd love
Do you
to.
believe it's possible?
Oh, anything's possible. If you follow your if you follow your bags, you
Yeah.
got to do it.
So what were some of the initial results that you started getting? Because you were like off the grid.
I never, ever, ever had a Facebook, ever.
And then you got one.
I got one. I tagged my daughter, my son-in-law, and my wife because they're Facebook fans.
Right.
I jumped on their page and it just started 1 or 2 a month, and it went 2 or 3 a month, and it went 3 or 4 a month.
And you were
now-
telling me a recent story with your daughter. You tagged her in a
And then I
post.
tagged my daughter a couple of days ago. She's come to work for me with my secretary because I need somebody 3 days a week to take care of some of the load I can't do because I
Yeah.
want to go to the second level, and that's
Yeah.
what you got to do. And she put me in her Facebook. I sold 5 cars from her, just from tagging her.
Right.
So, folks, ask for people. Ask to be their friends. I'm telling you, it works.
Isn't that crazy?
People like people. They knows people that want to buy cars from people, not from somebody they don't know.
It's
and
the
I
people
figured that
business.
out. It is.
Right. To sell this many more cars, how much has it affected your
Honesty,
work life?
honesty, I'm working less hours. You wouldn't believe it, folks. I used to stay here bell to bell, bell to bell. You wouldn't believe my schedule now. I come in at 9 o'clock in the morning, I leave at 6 almost every night. Tonight is an unfortunate night, I had to stay late, but when you do, you do. But a lot of your repeat business, they will make time during the week to come and see you to sell them a car. You don't have to live here no more. It takes away a lot of that chasing the, how they say, chase the dog on the lot. You ain't got to do that anymore. They come to you.
Yeah.
And if you treat them right, they send your friends. You put your customers on there, like I take pictures of all my customers when I sell them a car. The automatic go on Facebook. Guess what I do then? Will you please share that?
Yeah.
So if they share it and they got 50 friends, there's 50 more people I know that I don't know, but I'm getting for a customer.
Yeah.
So guess what, folks? If you sell 30 cars a month and you get 5 of them that tag you in, look how many customers you get. I don't mean all of them's going to, but 40% of them will.
Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, if you ask enough customers to help you out and
They will put you in,
put you on their
yes.
Facebook and share their
That's
photo
right.
with their friends.
And they'll put you there, tag you right into their friends, and boom,
Absolutely.
they share
Expand your
it.
network.
And the next thing you know, you're going to look up and you're going to have customers after customers. And all of them ain't going to be able to buy. Don't get me wrong, folks. You got to weed through the good with the bad. But that's when you have them to send a credit application in and go to work.
What were some of the things you changed about the way you sold cars?
Well, the way I went to greet people, how I talked to people, how I sat down and worked the deals. I brought the people to my desk. I worked and figured out what I was working with and what kind of credit situation I had. Then just going out there showing them 1 million cars they couldn't buy. The problem is a lot of salesmen go out there and they find a $50,000 car these people fall in love with, and like he teaches you every time, don't do that. Find out what you're working with first. Find out what their wants and needs is and what they need, and put them in the right vehicle. Not something wrong. You'll sell a car.
Yeah, and I know you and I were just talking before the live. Learning how to be more proactive with objections was another thing you really liked. Instead of having to overcome objections all the time.
Right, because I mean, if you don't have any objections, you don't have to overcome objections. You
Right,
do the right things
but
at first.
average salespeople, and listen, and if you're watching this, you've been selling cars for freaking 3 months or 30 years. The average salesperson thinks the only way to sell cars is to fight your way through objections instead of taking them away proactively.
All that's going to do is bring you a lot of heartache, misery, and a lot of more hours.
Right.
And I'm living proof of that, bro.
Right.
I worked 76 hours a week. When I first got in the car business, I was at a dealership in Indiana, no there, more there. I asked him what my schedule was. He said it's on the door. I've done 18 years on the door. I never had a day off, trying to chase the mega dollar, and never could bust $80,000.
Yeah.
Folks, I've learned a lot from this man. Please take the time, take the energy. If you don't do everything he wants, pick some of it and work it into you.
Yeah.
Don't try to be him because that don't work. Be yourself, but learn more about how to sell a car than what you used to know. Because the old days is over.
Yeah.
And you just got to move with the time. People just don't show up on the lot to buy a car. 90% of people show up on the lot to buy a car. 90% they're bad credit. They're not here to buy a car. They're here to kick tires. If you get somebody who comes on the internet, or you know, I work other ways too. I do more advertisement. I do more stuff. So, you know, to draw in business. So now I don't have to fight that lot traffic of the 15 people that can't buy and the one that can buy. So guess what? I let them little young people out there run them people. I go after buying customers.
You let all you young guys go around chasing people all over the lot.
Doing no more.
His knees can't handle it, right? Hey, listen, man, if you're following me on Facebook and you've been in the car business for, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, I really hope you're inspired by a story like Dave's that just tells you, look, you don't have to give up your soul. You don't have to give up your personality. You don't have to become a different kind of person. You don't have to become more aggressive. You don't have to memorize somebody's word tracks based on their ego of how they did things back in 1984. No one cares about that stuff. You can learn how to sell through psychology, how to understand and appreciate where the customer's at, work from the customer's perspective. A customer-centric, customer-focused process trumps any word track every day of the week. Learn how to think from the customer's perspective, appreciate and empathize with your customer. That's what it takes to be truly successful. Then learn how to leverage tools like Facebook and social media marketing and get out of your comfort zone, and don't be afraid to do a video, and don't be afraid to do a photo. Or if you are afraid, be afraid, but do it anyway. Care more about your outcome than you do about your fear. That's the problem so many of you have. You care more about your fear than you do your outcome. Here's a guy who cared more about getting his Harley and cared more about taking care of his family than he did about his fear or his complacent comfort zone. And that's what made the difference for you.
More time with my family now. That's the main thing. More time. I got a little girl with autism that I love with all my heart, and I spend a lot of more time with her. Quality time, because I ain't got to be stuck at the dealership chasing that 18 cars a month, because I'm working smarter, not dumber. And that's a fact.
That's a fact, brother. I love it. Dave, thank you for sharing your story.
Anytime,
I'm inspired by you, sir. I'm inspired by your success. I want to thank you for the ability to be part of your success story, and for you to allow me to be part of your family.
Anytime, buddy. Anytime.
Because to be able to do this for you and free up time with your daughter and free up time with your family and give you that Harley, that dream bike that you had.
Kidding.
You enjoy that bike?
Oh, my Lord. My
Is it
dream
fun?
bike. What do you mean?
Your dream
It's my
bike?
life.
Yeah?
I mean, boys, you have dreams in life.
Yeah.
You have goals to hit.
Yeah.
Follow them. Don't stop. Just because you've been in business 30 years, you think these boys will outrun you. They're going to outrun you, because our legs will wore out from lifetime for 30-some-odd years, folks. Work smarter, not dumber.
Yeah.
Promise you. It's going to work.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. All right, listen, thank you guys so much for tuning into this live stream. If you like this stream, if you know a car dog, if you know an old school person, if you know somebody in the business 10, 15, 20 years, will you please share this with them? Tag, if they're not on Facebook, you can't tag them. If they're not on Facebook, you can't tag them. Just hold this video up to their face and make them watch it. If you're a manager and you're thinking, I wish my people could grow, don't give up on them yet. They've given a lot to this industry. Don't give up on them yet. Equip them. I think of my friend Cleve. I think of my friend Joe. Guys 30 years in the business that are setting records for themselves, that are doubling their income. Here's another guy, Dave, 32 years doing the same thing. Don't give up on those old car dogs. They can learn new tricks. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Love you. Bye.